If you do not follow through on your forehand or your backhand, you are not going to be able to hit consistent big shots, and probably you're going to get a lot of tennis elbow. Hey everyone, it's Tyler from Universal Rackets, and today we're going over tips and tricks to ensure that you are following through every single time. In order to keep that ball in, you have to ensure that your racket follows through every single time. Too many players, they try to get the ball in and they're just bunning and tapping the ball over. You need to let that racket go all of the way. So for your forehand, a great way to ensure that you follow through is number one, by just letting your racket touch your back. Once again, when I hit and I swing, I want my racket to touch my back. Another way to ensure that I can follow through on the forehand is when I swing and I hit, boom, I'm going to point my elbow. So by pointing my elbow, that's also going to ensure that I have a follow through. So I'm going to swing, boom, point the elbow. I'm going to swing, boom, point the elbow. Now, if some people, they don't like the elbow or they have restrictions in their arm, that's perfectly fine. Instead of the elbow, we're going to watch. Boom, here we are. We're going to point the butt cap. So also, if you can point the butt cap to the ball, that's also going to ensure that you follow through. So when you hit, here we are, I'm going to point the butt cap. Now, another type of follow through that you can do is when you swing, I'm going to swing, I'm going to check my watch. So you're going to pretend that you have a watch on your dominant hand and watch. Here we are, I'm going to hit, here we are. Look, I'm going to check what time it is. Now, for the one-handed backhand, when you finish, you don't want to go all the way across your body or you're going to pull the ball, right? But you want to make sure that you either keep the racket over here or you keep the racket over here. Look, in both ways, what am I doing? I'm keeping the tip of the racket up. When I hit the backhand over here, watch, I'm keeping the tip of my racket up. I don't necessarily want to break the racket or I don't want to keep it here. I want to make sure that I keep the tip of the racket up. Another great way, and this is a type of style to hit the one-handed backhand, more Steffi Graf, is the left side of the letter V if you're a right-handed player. So watch, when I swing and I finish, here we are, look, if I make a V with my racket, look, I'm keeping this racket on the left side of my letter V. Now, if I do a two-handed backhand, what you want to do is you can either think again, number one, you're going to touch your back. Number two, you're going to show the butt cap. But number three, watch what you're going to do, and this is a great one. You're going to show, instead of elbow, you're going to say elbows. So I want both of your elbows pointing forward and towards the target. Again, both my elbows are pointing forward and towards my target. So when I swing again, here we are, boom, elbows are up and forward every single time. Where a lot of players have trouble with the elbows is that they go like this. Their elbow is to the side. If the elbow's to the side, watch what's going to happen. I'm going to pull the ball wide every single time. So again, make sure both your elbows are up and pointing forward. By also following through, that's going to ensure that you have the proper swing path. You're swinging low to high when you hit every single time. So again, for the forehand, you can think elbow, you can think butt cap, or you can think wristwatch. For the backhand, you can think elbows, butt cap, or touch your back, right? And for the one-hander, you want to make sure you keep the tip of the racket higher than the throat of the racket instead of like this or like this, right? You always want to keep it up and forward. By doing these tips, it's going to ensure that you follow through, you let the racket go. You're going to be way bigger, way more consistent, and you're going to win more points. Here's the thing, guys. When you guys practice, I want you to miss, if you're not comfortable with this, I'd rather have you miss 20 balls going like this, trying to follow through like we discussed, rather than 10 balls just tapping the ball over the net. You're never going to get better if you just tap the ball over the net. You're going to peak, okay? It's what we kind of call a pusher to a certain extent, right? There's players that you'll be able to make the ball every single time, but you're never going to be able to hit the ball hard. Or if you do, your arm, shoulder is going to fall off, right? In order to get to that next level, you have to ensure that you use one of these follow-through cues. I hope you guys enjoyed these. Try them. Try every single one. See which ones work best for you. Make sure to click the link in my description to instantly improve my serve or forehand ebooks. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Links in the description, Tennis with Tyler. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or let me know which follow worked best for you, let me know in the comments below. Have a good one, guys, and happy hitting.